Meghan Markle is currently losing it because the very thing she has been trying to avoid for months has finally happened. Tom Bower's new book, Betrayal, has ranked #1 on Amazon, and it is rapidly becoming one of the most talked about and widely read books on the platform right now.
I'm firstly grateful to them because they pushed the book up to #1 on Amazon. And secondly, I'm not surprised. I mean, for them, any criticism is always poisonous and damaging, and particularly from me. But I can assure you it's very well sourced.
This is clearly not the outcome Meghan Markle hoped for, and reports suggest she is absolutely furious about how events have unfolded. The big question everyone is asking is, what will Meghan Markle do next? And how does she respond now that the book she tried to discredit is dominating global attention? Meghan already tried to say that the book contains lies, and she has been saying that since the book's first excerpt surfaced online. She labeled Tom Bower's book Betrayal as unreliable and filled with conspiracy theories. Unfortunately for Meghan, Tom Bower's sources are legit.
From me, but I can assure you it's very well sourced from the person who heard it from the Queen's mouth. And it's true. I mean, that's the point. It is actually, unfortunately, true at the time.
The biggest mistake Meghan made was that she not only criticized the book, but Tom Bower himself too. She released a statement calling the book a deranged conspiracy.
He has made a career out of constructing ever more elaborate theories about people he does not know and has never met. Those interested in facts will look elsewhere. Those seeking deranged conspiracy and melodrama know exactly where to find him.
However, Tom Bower has clearly stated that his work is deeply researched, carefully sourced, and built upon years of investigation. Ironically, Meghan's strong reaction only brought more attention to the book itself, pushing it to #1 on Amazon.
They're scared of Tom Bower. They're scared of what he's going to report because they know it's true. They know there's truth to it. If it's just deranged and crazy and fixation and whatever, then just ignore it. The truth will bear out generally. People will ignore what they seem as or deem as sort of on a crazy end of the spectrum. But that's not what Tom Bower is doing. Tom Bower is being a journalist here and reporting the facts. And the facts terrify Meghan Markle especially. She can't deal with them. She has to live in her delusional fantasy, and she hates anybody who tries to break it.
This time, Tom Bower did not stay quiet. Instead of retreating from criticism, he stepped forward confidently. Rather than reacting with anger, he appeared relaxed and even amused during interviews. Bower openly stated that he was grateful for the backlash coming from Meghan Markle's camp, because controversy drives curiosity, and curiosity drives sales. What was intended to damage the book instead became free promotion.
I'm firstly grateful to them because they pushed the book up to #1 on Amazon.
According to Bower, criticism from powerful personalities often becomes the greatest marketing tool an author could ever receive. He explained that whenever influential figures publicly condemn his work, readers become more interested in discovering what the controversy is about. For him, Meghan Markle's reaction was a wonderful gift in disguise. Within just 2 days of release, Betrayal climbed rapidly to the #1 position on Amazon rankings.
Totally, utterly, is #1 on Amazon. Yes, well, of course. But the problem with the Sussex is they want to control their own narrative. They don't like people writing about them without their permission.
Bower even suggested that the more Meghan and Harry complain, the stronger the book performs commercially. In his view, every public denial increases public interest. He jokingly encouraged continued criticism, saying that outrage keeps his bank account smiling. What Meghan Markle intended as damage control has instead strengthened the success of the book. Following newspaper serialization, media debate, and ongoing commentary online, Betrayal quickly became impossible to ignore. The book climbed Amazon charts so fast that it reportedly became one of the first titles visible to readers logging onto the platform. Bower compared this reaction to past situations involving celebrity lawsuits and public outrage that unintentionally boosted his previous works. His message was simple: royal outrage equals free publicity. According to him, the couple's post-royal strategy has not delivered the stability or success they originally anticipated.
That all the hopes they had 5 years ago are now have begun to unravel, and I think they're facing debt, they're facing desperation, and they're now. What is fascinating about this, of course, because they are global celebrities and because of the effect they have on the royal family and on Britain, that what is the story of the last 5 years? And that I tell, whether it's in Colombia or Nigeria, the writing of Spare, the making of the Netflix series, all this is inside stuff about two very, very interesting people who are products of their age.
Bauer argues that after stepping away from royal duties, Harry and Meghan aimed to build financial independence through major media deals. They secured massive agreements with Netflix and Spotify, projects that were expected to establish long-term influence. However, critics claim those ventures failed to reach their projected impact. Several projects ended earlier than expected, leaving questions about sustainability and future income streams.
Meghan's people say that she's decided to move on and do this for herself because she doesn't need Netflix anymore, and therefore it's a positive own step forward.
As Mandy Rice Davis said, she would say that, wouldn't she? I mean, the point is, of course, it was a complete failure. It was absolutely crucified by the critics. It had terrible viewing figures. I think it was something like number 3,000 on Netflix's most popular programs.
At the same time, ongoing legal battles regarding security protection continue to create financial pressure. Without royal funding, security costs reportedly run into millions annually, forcing the couple to finance protection themselves. According to Bauer, these mounting expenses contribute to growing strain behind the scenes.
Well, they spend a fortune, not least on security, but their huge mansion in Montecito in California.
He claims this outcome was far from Meghan Markle's original vision. The expectation was continued global prestige combined with financial freedom, but maintaining royal-level visibility without royal structure has proven difficult. Bauer suggests their fame and financial power are gradually shrinking, pushing them into a constant search for renewed relevance.
The problem is that Meghan has huge ambition. She is a very resilient, attractive woman to look at, and because of the mystery. But actually, there's a lack of talent. She wasn't a great actress. She's not a great television performer. She was terrific at dishing the dirt, or her dirt, on the royal family, and she's reached the end of the road.
Meghan would now be looking for a way out because Prince Harry is turning into someone she never envisaged. Tom Bauer alleges that Meghan could eventually leave Harry and marry a man richer than him, just as he claims she did with her ex-husband. He referenced her previous relationship with Trevor Engelson, stating that she reportedly returned her wedding ring to him when she began dating Prince Harry. According to Bauer, that same pattern may play out again, considering the direction things appear to be heading in her marriage with Prince Harry.
Yikes! Harry's cash crisis. He is flat broke, and this program has been told that as the money runs out and runs out fast, Meghan will, and I quote, be looking to replace Harry with a US billionaire. You heard me right. Meghan Markle is going to dump Harry and replace him with a US entrepreneur worth billions.
In an attempt to rebuild public influence, Bauer believes the couple has pursued strategic international appearances. Reports surfaced of diplomatic-style engagements and travel plans meant to restore global standing. A planned visit connected to Jordan reportedly ended early due to regional instability. Soon afterward, attention shifted toward Australia.
And of course, the income has now stopped. Netflix doesn't pay them, Spotify doesn't pay them. She's having to go to Australia for this bizarre health farm encounter where you pay £1,700 to meet her.
You can meet her. I mean, I saw that. Her. Whether you actually meet her one-on-one, I don't know.
Well, I think you do. You can have a photograph taken with her.
Oh, right.
They say that most of the people applying for the tickets are journalists.
According to Bauer, Australia holds symbolic importance because previous royal tours there were greeted with massive public enthusiasm. The strategy appears to involve recreating that earlier success. However, public reaction today seems very different. Petitions opposing their visit reportedly gathered significant support, and critics questioned whether taxpayer resources should be connected to their presence.
But I will tell you that lots of Australian viewers of the Mark Dolan show don't want to see Harry and Meghan. The reason why it went down well in 2018, Paul, is because the Australian public didn't know Meghan Markle very well. Well, they know her now. And what do they know her to be? A gold-digging grifter.
Bauer alleges that the couple now recognizes that the royal association itself remains their strongest remaining asset. He claims their ideal scenario would involve returning publicly to Britain and appearing beside King Charles III in a symbolic reconciliation moment that could restore credibility and public interest.
Or, as Harry did hope, on their return to Britain in July at the Invictus rehearsals in Birmingham in England. That, in my view, is now looking rather undoubted.
He connects this theory to Prince Harry's announcement that a future Invictus Games would take place in the United Kingdom. Hosting the event there could encourage royal participation, potentially drawing senior royals into attendance. Such an appearance would create powerful reconciliation imagery, restoring status and relevance through association with the monarchy.
Oh, I think he desperately does want to come back. I think that's what the whole Invictus Games in Birmingham was all about and is all about. But I think now he's got a huge problem that they're increasingly unpopular. The king can't face him in the way he wants in public. And Birmingham is the worst place to bring the Invictus Games. Harry's plans, plus the protection, which I don't believe he's going to get the way he wants, is going to make it very, very difficult for him.
However, Bauer predicts serious complications. The participation of Israeli competitors amid ongoing geopolitical tensions could trigger protests and political controversy. Any unrest surrounding the event could make royal involvement extremely risky. King Charles, known for careful decision-making, may avoid association with potential controversy altogether.
And what is really annoying is that we shouldn't have to in any way admire what they're doing in Dusseldorf, because they have wrecked with all their lies. The lies on Oprah Winfrey, the lies in Spare, the lies that Harry said in his interviews about his father and his brother.
If royal attendance does not happen, the reconciliation strategy could collapse before it begins. Without that reunion photo, the attempt to regain royal prestige may fail completely. Bauer also directed criticism toward Meghan Markle personally, accusing her of monetizing royal identity. He argues that the Duchess title has increasingly been connected to commercial ventures and premium appearances. He referenced her planned Australian wellness retreat invitation, where high-priced tickets were reportedly sold for attendees hoping to interact with Meghan directly.
That she's gone to Australia to sell herself at a health congress for £1,700 a time. So it is a story of decline and of desperate attempts to pose as a royal couple.
Reports surrounding that retreat raised concerns about venue issues, hotel arrangements, and environmental problems affecting nearby beaches. Questions have emerged about whether the event could proceed smoothly, despite ticket sales already taking place.
He's not going to turn up. Apparently the hotel, they've barely even finished the swimming pool, so it's a complete sort of building site.
So they're basically going there probably, and the pay of the people who've developed the wellness centre to bring some publicity to the wellness centre so they can do some business. I bet you that's what it is.
When discussing reconciliation, Bauer claims Prince William remains firmly opposed to reopening family negotiations. According to him, William may actively block any reunion attempt, reflecting a deep and possibly permanent division within the royal family. Bauer also revisited earlier tensions between the brothers, including claims of a disagreement shortly after Harry and Meghan returned from their honeymoon, during which Meghan allegedly confronted Prince William during a family meeting. Incidents like this, he argues, contributed to the breakdown of trust between the once close brothers.
Also alleged in the book that a supposedly conciliatory tea-time meeting between Harry and his brother Prince William culminated in Meghan snapping at William and saying, "Get your finger out of my face." It says, you say, and I'd long thought this, that William harboured doubts about Meghan long before the engagement.
Despite leaving royal life during a period of peak global attention, including memoir success and worldwide media focus, Bauer believes the couple now faces declining popularity, increasing financial pressure, and an ongoing search for renewed purpose. He describes their journey as a transition from royal prestige to commercial survival. Speculation also continues about the future of their royal titles. While King Charles may prefer avoiding confrontation, Bauer suggests that once Prince William becomes king, stricter decisions could follow regarding the continued use of royal titles outside official duties.
Do you think they'll lose their titles when William and Kate become king and queen?
I think it's in balance now. It depends how they behave. If she exploits the royal title in Australia and starts monetizing the way that Sarah Ferguson did, I think that's the end for her.
Bauer says that despite being repeatedly attacked publicly, Meghan has done a remarkable job of hiding her true feelings. But behind the scenes, he believes there is real pain and worry. He sees her planned trip to Australia as a calculated move to reinvent her image. For Bauer, the title Betrayal represents what he views as the central theme of the story. He argues that Harry and Meghan betrayed royal expectations, public trust, and institutional loyalty, and are now facing the long-term consequences of those choices. At the same time, he warns that Meghan Markle remains a significant figure capable of challenging the monarchy. According to him, the possibility of a future tell-all memoir represents one of the greatest modern threats facing the royal institution.
I mean, the real problem, Jeremy, is that both Fergie and Meghan have got one absolute dynamite asset in their pockets, and that's a book. And they can write whatever they like and get away with it. And the more sensational and the more dishonest, the better. And that is a great problem for the royal family.
Ironically, Meghan Markle's attempt to challenge and discredit the book has pushed it even higher, helping it reach the #1 position on Amazon. But Tom Bauer is concerned that Meghan might retaliate with a book of her own, and he is worried that unlike his book, Meghan's book might not be all truth. There you have it, how Tom Bauer's book reached the #1 spot. Do you think Meghan is now regretting calling the book a deranged conspiracy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.